Hey, if I'm not mistaken, it's Strider time. Welcome, one and all, to the best show you'll ever see, the best 5-minute show you'll ever see. I know you love this game. I absolutely know I love this game. It is a common childhood favorite. There's a lot to know, and Coolkid is the record holder of this game, so he's going to be able to show you all the sweet tricks that allows you to skip 4 of the game's 7 levels and just go to 3 of them. So I think we're just about ready, and I guess if we want to give Coolkid a countdown in chat, then we are all set. Alright, here we go. There's a short bit of cutscene at the start, because obviously, I mean, we need cutscenes, we need some backstory. There's something about, like, killing Cain or something. But the important thing is we're going to Kazakh first. That is the only level available to us at the start. But Coolkid will not beat it in the traditional way. He's actually going to be going straight through walls, and rather than beating a boss that you just normally kind of walk through because you don't start with any abilities, he's just going to zip through one of the walls and advance to like the 5th boss you're supposed to actually fight. But before we get to that wall, there's a bit of walking first. There's some good stuff to know about this game. For one thing, his knee highs are pretty sweet. For another thing, those guys are just jumping over you. For another thing, it really doesn't matter the damage you take right now. You just saw your first wall jump there. Even off that box, that was a wall jump. The physics of this game are super, super glitchy. And you can just wall jump in ways that you would never expect. So here comes the first zip. Coolkid is going to be using pause buffering to hit a bunch of 1-frame windows, and oh, he went for this the wall wraparound. Couldn't quite get it. But yeah, so he's going to zip into the wall, and he couldn't get the wall wrap. It's extremely difficult, so he went for the easier method of just going straight down rather than kind of wrapping around to the right side of the screen. So, I mean, if that wasn't cool enough for you already, there's the best boss you'll ever see coming up. That wasn't him. I mean, that's a good mini-boss too. But yeah, so there's this just kind of this series of machines just sort of in the background of the screen that you have to fight. And this is one of them. This is really kind of the only boss besides the final boss that you see throughout the game. There's some mini-bosses too. But Coolkid just has to fight a box and then spear that guy in the face like he did, and he's on to Australia. So again, now he's able to slide now. He was not able to do that formerly, so that's pretty cool. And now that he has that, and has that disc, he can head off to Australia. And in Australia, he's going to be, I hope you liked that zip you saw, because you're going to be seeing a ton more of them. Australia has a couple, and one of them is just similar to the one you saw, but the earlier one in Australia is actually just sort of clipping through doors that you're supposed to have a particular key card for. So first, Coolkid has to jump over the pit of shame. He uses wall jumps to make sure he can do that. Oh, he almost fell in, but he did not. Oh, he goes for this crazy other zip, but instead he's just going to do the normal way of zipping through those doors like so. Now that he has the slide, he's going to be doing that as much as he possibly can. And that boss that he beat actually gave him a lot of extra health too, so he can damage boost a lot more than he was before. So here comes the next zip. This boss coming up is going to be so fresh and innovative, it'll blow your mind. That was him. Off goes the boss. Oh, I guess we'll just kind of reload him, and it's actually the same boss that we know and love. So there are loading zones in this game, and Coolkid actually, he kind of just zipped down. Oh, he got the death abuse! That's a solid little time saver. So there wasn't a disc to collect after that boss, but once the boss died, the game registered that he died, and Coolkid died right after that. So he actually went back to the title screen and just sort of continued after that death. So he saved a small amount of time from a cutscene. Now, here we are at the final stage of the game. You'd think that there was a lot more back and forth, and normally there is. But, yep, we're in the final stage of the game. And not only that, but we are actually going to just kind of zip through the entire final level, because conveniently, the final boss of the game is right underneath the starting point. So Coolkid just has to do a quick zip, and he's there. He does have to position himself correctly. Oh, that's a 1-frame exit there. that he just got. So very, very solid. There's so many one-frame tricks in this game. So you can slow it down a little bit if you miss that one-framer, but he did get it, and now he is at the final boss of the game. It looks quite similar to the previous ones, but it's not, and you'll see that that is because there are 2 discs flying around. Crazy, right? Coolkid is going to use magic. I have never seen a finish like that before. That was totally unnecessary, but he decided to use magic to finish off the boss. So finishing in style. And because of that, we've beaten the game, and Kane is destroyed, Zane is destroyed as well, and we are treated to a final cutscene. So I don't know what that time was. It was probably like 4:30, 4:20, something like that, because he went for several extra tricks, but just kind of missed out on a few, and so went for the backup stuff instead. His sub-4 record, which is again a 3:59, is crazy. He's the only one to get sub-4. Usually, at the past couple of AGDQs, I believe, there have been kind of this big cloud of people that it just kind of comes together and sees if they can learn the game and get a sub-5. Some do, some don't. I think that's where BJW first played it. There were literally like 15 to 20 people at the latest AGDQ, I think, that started learning this game. So really, really fun. This game is a lot of just like, if you just want to learn like a comedy run just to show off that you can skip through a bunch of walls, this is a really good run for it, because the zips are easy and it's a really kind of funny thing to show off. So yeah, that's Strider. Looking at the schedule, I don't have it in front of me, but assuming from the schedule, I'm sure we've got some fun stuff. Oh, it was a 4:37. Very, very solid. So we have some fun stuff coming up for you, so stay tuned for that.